What's up, everybody? It's been a long time since I actually posted. Maybe in August was probably the last time. And so much has gone by, so much has happened. And man, I can't wait to tell you guys. There's so much that has gone on for first year teaching. When I first came in, there's a lot of things that I had to learn, right? So sciences is kind of my background. That's what I got my degree in. But just kind of relearning things because I just wasn't in the science world for a while, and so just kind of relearning a lot of like the fundamentals, back some of the basics, or just trying to understand some of the things that I may have forgotten over the time. And so a lot of my time has been going into that and trying to making sure that I knew the material and understood the material so that I was able to better explain it to the kids. Another thing was I was coaching, right? So I'm coaching. We're doing football. We are practicing early in the morning with the junior high, the middle school kids, and then we go into the evening practicing football with the high school, the varsity team. And then so I honestly don't get home till maybe about 7 by the time I drive home. In the evening, I try to use whatever time that I have to, study and understand the material and just kind of write out what I'm going to do for the next day. But then I can't do that too long because I have to be up in the morning around 5:30ish. I honestly take a long time to even wake up, just to roll up out of bed. So there's that. And then to just kind of, fix my hair and get out the door, that doesn't take long at all. But then I have to, of course, drive back, and that's where, some of my time gets eat up. And then just do it all over again, right? So junior high practice, and then school, and then varsity practice, and then rinse and repeat. Then on top of that, I got COVID.
What did he say?
So my wife was like, hey, I'm not feeling well, sniffle. And so I said, okay, cool, just take care of yourself. And then she says, I think it was a Friday, she goes, I lost my smell and taste. And I was like, oh, okay. Then let's go get tested. So we went into the clinic, and trying to get in was kind of a headache, but we finally found somebody who can, test us right there and then. And then because it was Friday, so to be honest, I don't remember if it was like Friday or Sunday. I think it was Sunday, because that's why we were having a hard time finding clinics to be open, or somebody who can like quick test us, really quick, rapid test us. So we got tested, and we went to a clinic, and then I said, hey, I need a test too. They're like, well, have you been exposed? And I literally just said, yeah, if she has it, then I need to get tested. And then they're like, oh, okay, cool. So I said, all I need is a negative so I can just go back to school, go back to work. And then the doctor comes back, and then she kind of talks to us for a little bit, and then she's like, you have positive. And I'm like,
what did he say?
Okay, cool. Then went home, started writing up. I actually have a sub binder, and so I'll show you what it looks like. So here's my sub binder. So it's just labeled sub binder, and then I basically just welcome them, telling them thank you so much, just for taking care of my classroom. They have the contact info. So I'll try not to show this, but I have some contact info. Basically, some of the teachers who they can ask. I have an area for specialized areas, like anybody who is part of the SPED crew, SPED teachers who take care of some of our individuals. The front office, the other coaches, just in case, if they need to get a hold of any other coaches, and then also the front office, so that they can know who those individuals are. And then also, too, I've put down some student behaviors like class rules, my management strategy, so that whenever I'm gone, that they can still instill the management strategies, so that whenever I come back, especially being gone for 2 weeks, that they haven't gotten out of habit, and then also just kind of any rewards or consequences that I have for them. And then here I'll have this my management strategies basically spelled out. And so just kind of right now what I have here is just basically the bathroom and drink rule I do for my students. And then here's my classroom procedure. So basically what we do here on arrival, and then just kind of what I expect for them on dismissal. And then I have my classes here, and then I just kind of basically have them all labeled out and of all the individuals in my classes. And then I have the class schedule. And then in the event if we have pep rallies or anything different, and then any kind of emergency procedures, and then just kind of an exit plan right here. So it's all labeled out here for them. Good thing I have a subbinder, because I was able to kind of update some of the information and then submit that to have that ready for the subs. And then I emailed my principal and the secretary, and I said, hey, I have COVID, I have a positive. I guess I'll be out for however long. And then it was like 4 hours later, I felt it come on. So I got sick, and then the day after that, I was getting worse. The second day and the third day, and I was thinking on the third day is like, if I get worse, like if I can get any more worse, like I'm gonna have to go to the hospital or something. And sure enough, the day after that, on the fourth day, I felt the same. I didn't feel better and I didn't feel worse. And then the fifth day was the same way. And then on the sixth day, I was like, okay, I'm feeling a little bit better. And then from there, starting to get better. Even till after my quarantine, I just felt really, really lethargic, and just didn't feel well. I came back, and then I was okay. Like I could have a normal conversation without hacking. I was fine. When school was done, everything was said and done, I was exhausted. I would have to drive about halfway, kind of, just either get like an energy drink or something at a convenience store. There was one day where I just had to pull over and just like, man, I don't know if I can drive another mile. I just was trying to fall asleep. And I was just so tired, I was exhausted. And then maybe that was about 2 weeks worth of stuff. Even just during the classroom, I was like tired. Even when I was lecturing, I was like, man, I can't honestly be this boring. But just people were like, no, that's just kind of the post care of COVID. You just super tired, super lethargic, and just kind of just doing a little bit of work, that's just gonna wipe you out. So there's that. Then my third update, my wife had a baby. So we did have COVID. So we understood that if you get COVID, your preterm pregnancy or early term pregnancy is going to happen. Your chances are higher if you get COVID, and so we understood that. We knew that that was gonna be the case. And so my wife was hospitalized for 2 weeks. Well, she was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and her nurses and everything was great. She was just ready to get out of the hospital, but during that time, she was probably going to be in the hospital for a little bit longer, because she was talking to her doctors, and her doctor said no, like that's just you're not well enough to send you home just yet. Then she had the baby, and I think her having the baby, her body was able to finally rest, and so she went into labor, and then from there she got better. We stayed in the hospital for 2 days after that, because my daughter was born 3 weeks early, so she was a little bit small. So they had to just check on her, making sure she's okay, and then making sure mom's okay and everybody was okay. So after the 48 hours, we were able to go home. So now I not only have my son, but we have our newborn daughter. So our life is a little bit busier. Waking up every 3 hours. She's finally sleeping through the whole entire night. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all the comments, the emails that I've been getting. Some of you messaged me and said, hey, we miss you, where have you been? And so sure enough, I'm still here. We're still rocking and rolling, and I appreciate all that. So if you will, continue commenting and liking, and appreciate it. You guys have a good one. Bye.